Okay, looks like we will shortly be getting underway in this women's doubles Group A round robin match. In the, well, I was going to say sapphire blue, but it's now more commonly known as
Basford blue.
Basford blue. On the far side, we have twins. Dark hair is Kelly Cannings and blonde hair Linda Randall. And on the near side, a newly formed duo of Julia Stevens in the sort of lighter blue and Zoe Jeffery, who we've seen already this week in the camo Selkirk top.
So Julia just trying to pull the trigger a shade too early there, but I understand the tactics of what they're trying to do. Obviously the twins are very much known for their consistency in their dinking. Obviously, Zoe and Julia are both ex-mixed doubles partner of mine. I played in the MLP on Thursday with Zoe. Had a fantastic time, a really lovely person to play with. And obviously, Julia was my mixed doubles partner last year for this event. Oh, just a little wide there. I've done a lot of work back home in Cumbria with pickleball in schools and turned full-time for a career as a pickleball coach.
That's what we'd like to see.
Okay, and now side out, and it's now 0-1. Oh, unlucky off the net cord there. Julia unable to control that.
Just became a bit too big of an angle,
yeah,
didn't it?
I think we're going to see a lot more dinking in this game, don't you?
Absolutely. Twins very well drilled by the London pickleball crew. Good dinkers, but also ex-badminton players with a very, very hard smash. So if that ball pops up, I wouldn't expect it to come back in a hurry. Linda just stood a little bit off that kitchen line there. I'd like to see her all the way up, as I'm sure with Louise Stevens.
Yep. So Zoe is a professional tennis and pickleball coach out in California who's flown over for this event. She also works for Topspin Pro, one of our sponsors.
Yep, resident tennis and pickleball coach for Topspin Pro, based in Indian Wells, California. A couple of very useful Instagram accounts has Zoe for tennis and pickleball, learning, sort of teaching pickleball, but also showing people how to effectively use the Topspin Pro to teach them how to play topspin on their shots. And there's that first example of a smash.
More of a punch volley, wasn't it? It's just very low.
Very potent nonetheless. 0-2-2.
Oh, unlucky Zoe.
Not sure if I would have hit that if I was Julia.
No.
Very tricky to react though, as we've said. The pace of the game. So difficult to tell your reactions to not hit the ball rather than hit the ball.
So I believe you have a Topspin Pro, Sam. I have a Topspin Pro.
We do.
I had a tennis one that my son purchased for me, or for himself, and I then have got an attachment from Zoe to convert mine to pickleball.
Just a little bit premature from Zoe. I don't mind the idea. That ball's just a little bit low, I think.
I mean, the Stevens and Jeffery team are much more confident in doing the volley dink, aren't they? And leaning into that kitchen and taking it on before the ball's bounced.
Definitely.
There is an example there.
Oh, it's landed in.
Yeah.
So I think Zoe, sometimes that speed up doesn't quite come with the follow up, high ready position, anticipating that ball to come back. So I'd quite like to see her keeping that paddle nice and high when she's hit a faster ball at the twins. Nice reset from Linda. Oh. Curse is back.
Yep. So let's see if Zoe and Julie can get one on the board on this turn. That's a great counter on that drive from Julia. Right at her feet. Not a lot you can do in that situation, Sam.
Just started moving forwards. Maybe I would have taken a little split step just to stop the momentum briefly.
Oh, I'd like to have seen Julie just be a little bit more positive. When you get those really good drops in the kitchen, straight in front of you, really don't aggressively attack that kitchen. I'm ready for that counter punch. Oh, that's a lovely point construction there. Push her out wide for two of them, open up the hole in the middle, punch it through. And again, maybe Jude's gained some confidence from that first one.
So 0-4-1.
Oh, Jude just on her back foot there, hitting that drop. Got to try and get a bit lower and get through that ball. Right. Nice play there from Julia. Able to get above that ball and get her wrist really high to hit down on that. Not an easy shot. So first point on the board for Zoe and Julia. Yeah, nice control there. Just settling the dummy.
Yeah, nice change up from Linda.
So, 4-1.
Neither team really taking a full stranglehold of this game just yet. Not the best side out.
Thirds. That's a really easy turn back on the side out on the.
Also fairly uncharacteristic.
Very much so. Oh, I would have thought was able to follow that one up. Just missed.
I don't mind her taking the game a little bit more to Linda and Kelly. Sort of similar to when we were calling Pay versus Thadia. Thadia really needed to be a little bit more on the front foot, be aggressive, and push Pay back. And I feel like this could be a similar situation here with Zoe and Julia.
They certainly profile as a slightly harder hitting team. So it's an interesting kind of dynamic between the two pairs. There we go. That's what we want to see. So our favourite shot is a backhand volley. So here we see her able to control the middle, push it through. So 3-4. A little bit of a swing going in the other end of the court at the moment, Sam.
Yeah, bit of momentum building up here. Yeah, again, we've spoken about keeping players back and not being the biggest fan of that sort of drop short when the players at the back are trying to move forwards.
Nice speed up there. But a really good point construction again from both teams. This is very much traditional pickleball we're seeing here, Sam, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's one you probably should have called a little bit earlier. Julia and Zoe, one of you needs to be really confident. It's a little bit hesitant on who was going to go for that ball.
And it's natural for a newer formed team to be struggling with that middle section of the court.
Even established teams don't always know, Sam.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a freebie. Julia did well on the previous point to get above that ball and swing down on it. Nice volley dink there, just pushed it a little bit quicker.
I really like Kelly's calm and considered approach to all of her shots. I think between the two of them, Kelly's probably the more proactive player and Linda's a lot more reactive in her play, which in theory would make for then a good team. So 4-6-2.
Nice initial speed up there, not too hard, but get the ball down on that volley, and then you're always on the front foot in the rally, aren't you, Sam?
Absolutely. Just
You
getting
want to
the ball
swing it
down.
when you can.
Just getting the ball down is going to pay dividends.
Oh, just a little bit later in the footwork there from Zoe. Also, she's used to the outdoor durable, so it's behaves differently to the fraction that we use in the UK. Good shot there from Julie, just getting down a little bit lower than a normal ready position to swing down on that hard, leaving the twins with no option. That's a fantastic tink to roll that, literally peppering the sideline. Look at that. Awesome shot. Oh,
Yeah, not sure Zoe would do that again
No.
if she had the choice.
although I like the strategy of being confident coming in and taking the tee when the smash is up, because it's where it's normally going to go. Oh, just one more shot. Play one more shot to set it up. It's not quite there. That's when you're going to have to work, isn't it, Sam, to get it over. It's not going to naturally go over.
Yeah, it's really tempting when you see that ball above the height of the net, but I've seen a really, really good diagram that helps explain how actually just because the ball's above the height of the net doesn't mean you can hit it down and keep it in the court when you're hitting it flat.
So good patience here and just able to work that cross-court dink over and over again. Slight changes in direction, but still staying within that cross-court pattern. Something I'm a big fan of, Sam. Oh, unlucky there. Julie maybe could have taken a step back on that. It's slightly overextending herself. We just lost Sam from the commentary box at the moment. He's off on a soup run for the live stream team. Good, just working a nice simple pattern there, changing the ball slowly around, moving it from one player to the other. There's not a need to have huge directional changes when you're dinking. Oh, unlucky Julia. Just a little bit off below the height of the net there. I think the Twins felt they got away with that one. So 5-7. That was a really good third there from Zoe and a really good dig out, which meant that there was a lot of spin on that when Julia tried to hit the fifth and couldn't control the ball. So we've seen a couple of drives from the Twins now. They're just mixing it up. They're not always going to go slow. So interesting to see that your strategy does change a smidge here and there. Good block there. And we've now got a side out and it's 5-7. So we now have our fourth guest announcer for the day in Louise Stevens from London Pickleball.
Hi, Rob.
So your girls are here?
Yes, my twins.
Yes.
Well, not my personal twins, but yeah.
That would be interesting, Lou.
Yeah, that would, yeah. No, Linda and Kelly. Yeah, not been playing that long, really.
No.
A year and a half. Yeah, wonderful players, really coming on, and have gone up to this higher division.
Yeah.
And they just had a good win against two of our other players. So, Faye Plummer and Kelly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's definite growth from. I think I played their first ever competitive match over in Farnham.
Oh, yeah, I think you did. Yeah.
So I've seen the growth in their game.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is quite a nice game because it's nice pickleball. There's a lot of dinking.
Yeah, look at that put away there. That just went straight through them. Just a fraction high, and it's gone.
And at this level, you can't hit it a fraction high.
No, you got to try and land it.
Yeah.
And if you don't land it, it's got to be very, very much in that thin area where it can't be attacked.
Absolutely. And all four of these women, really talented.
Yeah. I mean, they're playing. I mean, it's a lovely game. I'm seeing the Twins putting some drives in which we haven't seen before. They're adding in some nuance to their game than the traditional LP style of the drop, which I know you are very much the advocate and preacher of that.
Indeed. We have all our players, when they come, we teach that the drop shot is the shot that you need to master before you can do anything else.
Same with both the clubs I'm involved with.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, some of the shots that, the drive in, it's fabulous. But I think you've got to master the drop shot for it, to play all-round pickleball. If you can get the drop shot in, you can, and that was that drop there that made Julia push it up, and set yourself up for the drives and the smashes.
It's a lot harder to hit a ball soft than it is to hit a ball hard.
Oh, sure.
Sounds funny, but it's true, particularly if you come from another racket sport.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think, tennis players, they really thrive in the game, in the hard game, but it takes quite a while to adjust to the soft game.
Yeah.
But if you teach people the soft game at the beginning, then they're not battling, that. And both Linda and Kelly, they come from badminton, so they picked up the soft game really quickly.
Oh, sorry to put that away. So now it's 11-5.
11-5.
So there's been a big change since the turn. Momentum is definitely with your Twins, Lou.
Yep, I'd like to see it.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Net.
My only concern at this level, when they are dinking, there's quite a lot of stepping back, and I think they could often take the ball out of the air a little bit quicker.
Certainly Zoe and Kelly have been doing, Zoe and Julia have been much more confident in leaning in. Look at that.
What a drive.
Beautiful disguise on that. Julia thinks things coming and suddenly rips around the side of it.
And that's it. And Kelly's game has really come on, and she's really mixing it up. And the two of them play often with Johnny Adams, who was in the team event. and Kelly's husband Scott, and they're all really mixing it up and playing well. And funny,
Johnny's become a lot more powerful in the game.
Oh
I've
yeah,
seen him.
and Johnny and Scott just gone through their group into the semi-finals,
Excellent.
unbeaten, and so the four of them practicing together. It's really starting to show. That's what I like to see, taking that ball a bit earlier, and that's it.
Yeah.
Keep that player back. You know, she got caught there mid-court.
Second serve at 5-12.
That's it, nice and early.
Good get there. Oof.
That's the badminton in
Yeah.
it.
It's not quite as hard as Angie Bassett in my club, who's got a scary smash.
Yeah. She's a decent player, Angie Bassett. I love playing against her. I'm a little bit in love with her husband, Mark. I'm not sure she's aware. In fact, she probably is now if she's watching this.
So again, an example there, Lou, keeping the player back.
Yeah.
Is Julia able to get Kelly pinned back and then you can't come in?
Exactly, it's so important. That's it. If you don't get your drop in here, you're stuck at the back. Look
You
at
don't
that.
land it.
Keeping her back.
Good hands on that one.
That's a lovely drop there, and now they're in. That's it. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Oh, that.
I think she wanted to push that and then changed her mind.
Got a little higher on it. I think Zoe thinks she got away with that. 5-12. All Jules, that's probably not the shot to. I can understand you want to mix it up and try something different, but keep going with what's been working. Keep going with what got you back to your serve. Oh, that was good.
Yeah.
I like to see a really quick early line call as well. Yeah.
See, Zoe's drop then was she puts that top spin on it.
Yeah, but then you can work it.
You can.
You can counter against it. I don't know, Lou, when you obviously do a lot of coaching, do you find when new people come in, they ask about spinning the ball?
Yes.
All the time?
It's one of the first things they say.
And what they seem to understand is that it's the most dangerous thing you can do because it can be used against you.
Absolutely. How many people get caught out, they put a big spin shot in and the spin comes back generally at their partner who's got no idea what way it's going, how it's coming and how fast it's coming.
So we're now at game point for your twins at 14-5. Nice punch there. Julia unable to reset her back to a ready position to control that. Oh, that's out.
That was out.
Oh, unlucky. So that then puts game to Linda and Kelly.
Yeah. Well done, the twins.